What's up, guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Scary Saturdays. Now, Scary Saturdays is an opportunity for me to work on my improv skills. See, what's going to happen is I'm going to tell you a scary story, but off the top of my head. And for the first few weeks, I'm just going to have to come up with stuff on the fly, whether it's good, whether I mess up, whether I know where the story's going or I'm rambling. I'm still going to try and keep it at a certain time limit, and I'm going to tell you a scary story. Now, after the first few weeks, after people have really gotten on board, I'm going to need you guys to send me two things, whether it's in the comments down below or it's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook fan page. I need you to send me a murder weapon and a location. Those are the only two things I'm going to know right before I say the story. So I'm going to open it up, I'm going to pick one on the fly, and boom. If you say on the moon and a banana, I got to come up with a scary story about a murder on the moon with a banana or something along those lines. I can be creative with it. So I need your guys' help on this. So enjoy. I highly recommend you watch this at night or in a dark room and be prepared. It was the summer of 1985, and the Johnson family had just pulled up to the woods to start their family vacation. After a few hours of setting up camp, setting up their tents, and eating dinner, the parents turned to their children, Jessica, the oldest, who was 14, and Sam, her younger brother, who was 10, and asked them to go to their tent and go to sleep. They had a big day of hiking ahead of them the next day, and the kids were more than happy to listen. They were tired after a long trip, so they turned into their camp and went to sleep. Now, at some point in the middle of the night, Sam woke up, scared, because it sounded like something was outside his tent. Nervous, he woke up his sister. Jessica, please, wake up, shh, wake up. What is it, Sam? She asked. I hear something outside. Yeah, there's a lot of things outside, Sam. We're in the woods. You gotta get used to it. No, it sounded like something was really close. Just go back to sleep, Sam. And she rolled back over and went to sleep. With this, Sam did the best he could. He laid back down and closed his eyes real tight. And he listened. And he didn't hear anything else. So he slowly, and after a while, drifted off to sleep. About an hour later, the noises were back. Louder, right outside the tent. Jessica, wake up, do you hear that? And this time she does hear it, and she's, hold on, Sam, hold on, shh, let me listen. And it sounded big, and it sounded vicious, and it sounded close. So she said, Sam, hold on, okay, what we'll do is, we'll open up the tent, and we'll run over to Mom and Dad's tent, and we'll get them, and we'll all be together, and they'll know what to do, okay? So he said, don't leave me. No, you're gonna come with me, okay? So on the count of 3, we're gonna open the tent, and we're gonna run to their tent, okay? But don't make too much noise, because we don't want to draw attention. Okay, he said. So she unzipped the tent, and quickly and quietly, they ran over to their parents' tent, and they unzipped that one. Mom, Dad, And to their horror, the tent was empty. What do we do? Where's Mom and Dad? Jessica. Sam, calm down, okay? I don't know where they are, okay? They should be here, but we're still okay. No, I can still hear it. It's loud and it's out there. I know, I can hear it too. I don't know what to do. We can't stay here, Jessica. We can't stay here. It's getting closer. Okay, I don't like it, but you're right. We can't stay here, and I don't know where Mom and Dad are, so we're gonna run. We're gonna run, but you have to stay with me, okay? You have to stay close to me, and we're gonna try to make it back down the road. I wasn't really paying attention, but we'll see. We gotta get somewhere. Okay. And with that, the two children ran off into the woods. Fast and furious, they're running through branches, smashing across their face, cutting them all as they ran, all in their legs and arms, but it didn't stop them. They kept running, and they kept running because they kept hearing the noise. They kept hearing a loud noise behind them. And they kept running, and Sam was crying, his tears streaming down his face, mixing with the dirt that was coming off of the leaves, just streaming down. Jessica, where are we going? I don't know. Just keep moving. We can't stop. You gotta keep moving. Come on, Sam. You gotta be quiet, though. We don't want to draw us attention, so still, they tried to be as quiet as they could, but their breath was heavier and heavier. They knew it was drawing us attention, but they didn't want to scream out for the fear that it will just bring it to them closer. But as they were running, they came to a fork in a path, left or right. And as she started to go left, Sam stopped and said, "No, don't go that way." Jessica's like, "Why?" Sam, "We gotta keep moving." He's like, No, it will get us if we go that way. I know it will get us if we go that way. She's like, "Sam, what are you talking about?" He's like, "It will rip us apart if we go that way. We can't just go the other way." And she's like, "Fine." So they run in the other direction. And as they're running, Jessica too feels like if they had gone in the other direction, they would have been eaten. So they continue on and they're running, and then more and more decisions took place. Do they go up over the hill, or do they continue down this way? And they had to think, and for a split second, they would go towards the hill, and they're like, no, the hill is bad. The hill is where it gets us. So they go down, and they run down through the path, and this happened over and over and over, and they kept feeling like, why does this feel like this has happened? Why do we know that if we go up the hill or down this path, that is going to get us? What is it? But they kept going, and they kept following their instincts, and they got farther and farther away, and at some point, it sounded like the creature was getting farther away. And as they started to go towards, they could see kind of an opening in the woods. There were no trees, and they could see two figures. And as they were stepping through the bushes, they could hear noises. It was sobbing. Why? Why did we do it? Why did we do it? We couldn't have known. We couldn't have known. And the kids realized that's their parents. So Sam starts to run into the opening. Mom! Dad! Mom! Dad! But Jessica hesitated. She waited. She knew this wasn't right. But Sam was running. Mom! Dad! Mom! Dad! Help us! Help us! But they didn't respond. They didn't react. They just stayed kneeling in this field, crying. What did we do? Jonathan, why did we do it? Why did I listen to you? And as Sam got closer, he could hear more of what they were saying. And his father was saying, It wasn't our fault. We stepped out just for a little bit to go to the pond to swim. How did we know? How could we have known that this would happen? And Sam's mother just starts crying, our babies. We abandoned our babies. And at that point, Sam stops, frozen, and he looks at his parents, and they're older. Their hair's got gray specks in it. Their face is withered and wrinkled and worn from the loss of their children. And at this point, Jessica remembers. On that night in the summer of 1985, there was a beast outside their tent. They ran for their parents' help, but they weren't there. So they ran through the woods, and they came to a fork in the woods, and they went left. And the beast attacked and ripped them apart. It ate them alive. And then the next day, it happened again. But this time they went right. In the next instance, they went up a hill. And the beast caught them and ripped them apart and ate them alive. And this happened every night since, as their wandering spirits were reliving the last moments of their death over and over and over until they understood that they were dead. But their spirits were able to make different choices. Left, right, up, down. They could advance and make a difference, but they died thousands of times, over and over, the same agony, to the same result. And now that they've found out, face to face, they come to the realization that they are dead. And their parents made a horrible mistake and left them. And they've paid for it every day since. And you would think that this would free them and let them move on to another world. But all it did was make it vengeful. Vengeful spirits with a thirst to attack, tear apart, and eat things alive.